Casualties, both military and civilian, have marred the opening days of Operation Moshtarak, according to the Chief of the Defence Staff. British forces around Nadi Ali have encountered less opposition, though, than the advancing US troops in Marjah, who've been slowed by roadside bombs. Let's hear from Claire Sadler.
The aim has always been to put an Afghan face on this offensive, so the death of 12 civilians has gone a long way to undermining Operation Moshtarak.
It was a serious setback, there's no question about that. As I've said before, our aim is to protect the population. You don't protect them by killing them. So of course it was a serious setback. It was a matter of grave concern to all of us.
The locals, including 10 members of the same family, were killed when a rocket missed its target and hit a house in the town of Marjah, an area which is being targeted by a joint US and Afghan force. The severity of the attack and its consequences were made clear by the speed with which the NATO commander released a statement of apology.
The first thing I would say is when President Karzai approved the conduct of this operation, he gave us some very specific guidance. And that guidance was to continue to protect the people of Afghanistan. And so this operation has been done with that in mind.
General McChrystal has since suspended the rocket system involved. It's now pending an investigation. Stray rockets, though, are only part of the problem. We've been hearing that IEDs, the biggest killer of coalition troops, have been planted in far greater numbers than NATO anticipated. The roadside bombs are slowing the advance of US troops in the area around Marjah, where it's believed the majority of insurgents are concentrated. The British task force area of Nadi Ali to the northeast is meeting less resistance, thanks in part to the work of those in the air.
The Apache is a very capable weapons platform with excellent sensor systems, so it has been used a lot here in Afghanistan. But it's been relatively quiet, and in part I think that's a result of the Apache being around and being in the overhead. It's an excellent deterrent aircraft, and if the guys on the ground need to engage with the local community, they can do so, not be interfered with by the insurgents, because the insurgents are deterred by the Apache.
In an operation designed to win the hearts and minds of local people, landing troops and capturing Taliban strongholds could prove to be the easiest part. Maintaining that relationship and building on it could be a much longer and harder process. Claire Sadler, Forces News, Camp Bastion.